Uh,
Quiet! 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 Quiet!
I like how Miguel jumped. It's like,
I think what I meant to say is quiet!
what's up, and welcome to another episode of the Los Wise Guys podcast. I am your host, Eslam, aka Rock God of the Sun, accompanied by Dan Papa Sun Killer and Disco, aka Emperor Disco, aka Dan the Man.
oh yeah,
Yep.
your boy's in the house. I'm excited. I don't know. I just got energy. We're starting the show.
That little intro gives energy, man. It's like
It
the
does.
shit's on fire, it's exploding, the music is hyping you up,
Yep, I
you
got so
know?
much energy. I'm so hyped up.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see it in your face.
Yeah. That is Dan hyped up, guys. Um, well, welcome to another episode of Los Wise Guys podcast. Today we are going to be I know we're late on this. It's been out for a while. We're like 5 seasons in already, but better late than never. And today we are going to be doing Cobra Kai seasons 1 through 5 review. And now we're not going to get too deep into every single seasons. We're kind of just going to talk about the overall show and how this show was so goddamn good when no one expected it to be. Like, this is a YouTube show that started on YouTube,
Seasons 1 and 2.
Dang, I
and it
remember
was
watching it on YouTube
Yeah,
too.
me
That
too.
was super
I
long
watched it,
time
yeah, when
ago.
it first came on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow, throwback. That's amazing. They kept it going.
like that because that's how good it was. Like, I did not even think about Cobra Kai when it came out because I was like, this is a YouTube
We
show.
told you for a couple years, hey,
You
watch
did.
Cobra Kai. Watch Cobra Kai.
100%.
Then you started watching, and I was like, sir, watch the fucking Karate Kid movies first.
Well, I had seen all the
Well, yeah,
Karate
but
Kid
just you had to
movies.
remember, yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows my memory. So yes, I did watch the Karate Kids movies, and I didn't actually watch them. I kind of just put them on and was skipping through them because I didn't have
Oh, you're a
time to
piece of
sit
shit.
there and rewatch them all again. But while I was watching them, I remembered everything I needed to remember and just went back to the show because I was trying to watch it quickly to get through all 5 seasons so we can review it. And then a bunch of things happened, and we just kept delaying this episode. So either way, I would have had enough time, but who knew that this would happen? But my God, my God! First of all, I got to shout out to the writers because this show is phenomenal. The writing is so good. There are some repetitive themes, but it is what it is. I think that's any show that is running for 5 seasons. There has to be some repetitive themes, but otherwise, the writing is great. The characters are so much fun, especially like Daniel Larusso and Johnny and like the adults. They're all so good. And then you have the kids. Most of them are pretty cool, but like it's all about like Johnny, and I love that the story's centered around Johnny. It's a lot of fun. He's fucking hilarious. He's great. We got to see all the villains come back again. It was fun seeing everybody. Now I can't wait to see when they're gonna bring in, and I wonder if they're doing this for season 6. The next Karate Kid with
Hillary Swank.
Hilary Swank. Yeah, I
They're
wonder
going
if
to
they.
bring her in. They're going to bring
Yeah,
in the Swank,
obviously.
but I don't know if it's going to be next season, but she's
Yeah,
coming
we'll see.
with
I
the
hope
Hawk.
so.
Oh man, she's gonna be his mom. That'd be
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, not to jump too far ahead, but what is it, season 4? I think when Johnny created Eagle Fang, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, so we have Miyagi Do, we have Cobra Kai, now we have Eagle Fang. It's like I could just see her literally just show up. It's like, oh yeah, there's this dojo from where I forgot where she's from. It was like Boston or some shit. It was like, oh yeah, it's like Miyagi Hawk Karate or some shit like that. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck is that? Like, I can see that happening.
that's wild. Well, she also went to like like that Buddhist
Monk like
y-
place.
Yeah, but it
yeah,
was
well
like
she
in Boston or some shit. It was like this
yeah,
one
yeah,
random Buddhist thing, like in whatever city she lived in.
which was interesting. Like, how did Miyagi know these people? Like, does just he just has the
He's
connection to
Miyagi.
everybody?
Yeah, Miyagi knows everything.
He
It's
knows all the
connected.
Buddhists and the monks and all the martial artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He taught her grandfather martial arts.
Oh, her
That's
grandfather. That's wild.
that was the whole connection in the next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
The
Don't
show
remember.
was like surprisingly really good though. Like you said, the writers did amazing, and I found that since the show was like a half hour, I was every time like it would end, I'd be like, "Dang, I want more!" Like, and I
Yeah.
would just jump to the next one. It's a very very bingeable show, especially if you like that Karate Kid series and that fantasy world. Definitely check this out. They pay homage to the originals. They bring
Oh, yeah.
characters back, and it's just so fun to watch. It's a little cheesy at times with the kids and all, but it's not bad. It's a
Yeah.
very
It's a
great
good
show.
cheesy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They do it well.
Yeah, the writers that you guys are talking about, they're like huge fans of
Hmm.
Karate Kid.
You can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the thing is, I don't know about you guys, but me, I was always like, oh yeah, I remember watching Karate Kid. My dad showed it to me, and I was like, oh, it's cool. Yeah, he does the crane kick, Mr. Miyagi. It's like when they go to Japan. There's a third movie that's like the most ridiculous fucking movie ever made, and then there's the fourth movie that's just trash. I was like, all right, that's it. That's Karate Kid. They talk about Cobra Kai, which one of the reasons why the show exists is because of another of our favorite shows, How I Met Your Mother.
Mm.
Um, with the whole like, oh, the Karate Kid, the
Oh,
true
right.
Karate Kid
Johnny Lawrence.
is
Yeah, yeah.
Johnny, and that's where they kind of like, oh, let's see if we could do something out of that. Here you go. We have the Cobra Kai show.
Damn,
Boom.
How I Met Your Mother made Cobra Kai possible. That's wild.
it's genius.
But
Amazing.
that's the thing. You take something like that, and their love of Karate Kid inspired the world to like Karate Kid more. Because like I care more
Yes.
about Karate Kid
100.
because of Cobra Kai. Like I,
100%.
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Being
Also, you
that
don't.
my name is Daniel, I
Yeah,
could never escape Karate Kid.
yeah, exactly.
Everybody and their mom is
Oh,
like,
Danielson.
Danielson, can you help me?
Yep, yep.
Danielson. It's like, Danielson.
I know
I'm
exactly what you're talking
like,
about.
okay, yep, that's me.
What I liked about the show is that like, even if you were like me, you watched all the movies a long time ago. You don't necessarily have to go and rewatch the movies because they whatever they reference from the movies, they'll show you clips from the movies
Like
in the show
flashbacks to
as
like kind of
flashbacks.
fill you in.
Yeah, pretty much. And you don't necessarily 100% need to watch the movies. Definitely you should.
It just
Um,
adds more to it.
yeah. And then it's nice to see like the little flashbacks and stuff. Also, I love that like I didn't even know that Daniel LaRusso's wife was related to that girl from the season.
Nobody
It's
knew
her
that.
cousin. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love.
they introduced that in the
Yeah,
most recent
I
season.
love how everything is like tied
Connected. Yeah.
together and connected in like such a way, and you can really tell that these writers are fans because of how, like, when you're a fan of something and you love it, you'll come up with like ways of how to like create something that's really well written and well done, and it shows in the writing, unlike Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, where they were like, nah, fuck this guy, we can do better, and it's like, no, you can't, you guys were garbage.
Never finished that show. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll go back and watch Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. We'll see.
Oh God, you don't need to. Did you ever finish it? No, right?
No,
Just
no,
watch if you want to go back, just watch the last episode. Honestly, do yourself a
no.
favor. If
You
you're gonna
know,
do
No.
anything,
You know how I am.
I think we talked about the last episode, right? Like what
Yeah, we did.
happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Just go watch the Los Wise Guys podcast where we shit on the show and tell you what happened,
Yeah, if
and
I go
then that's
back,
all you need.
I'm watching it from episode 1 again.
ooh, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
If I do it, we'll see.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen then.
You don't need to do that, but hopefully those writers get their asses handed to them and start writing some good shit for season 2. So
One of the actors I heard dropped out from the series because they're just like, this is just a cash grab, you know.
Yeah.
And like he was just like, I don't want to be a part of it.
yeah, well, he probably also saw all the backlash from
Yep.
the fucking show,
Yep,
and I was like, I don't want to
exactly.
be a part of this. I don't need this heat
Yeah,
on
I mean,
me.
when we did the review, I had a pretty angry rant, and I still stand by it. Like,
Oh, that rant was so wonderful. You got the big screen and everything. Oh, that you were yeah, because you were like, Hassan, give me the big screen. I was like, oh shit, it's coming. Oh man.
yeah, I think I equated it to waiting in a dentist's office being a lot more enjoyable, or something along those
Yes, you
lines.
did. You did, and you were not wrong. Hearing the screams of people in the dentist office was way better than that fucking show.
Amazing.
But this show was way but it's like getting the laughing gas from a dentist office is just pure happiness.
Or just not being in a dentist
You
office.
know what I mean? If we had to compare it to a dentist office,
Nah,
it's
it
just like the
definitely
happy
makes
gas.
you feel good. Heck yeah, for sure. Could second that. All that
um,
nostalgia, just like, oh god, Karate Kid.
Also, another thing about the writing that I loved was the how dumb Johnny is in like technology and
Just
um
life.
yeah, like this dude like spent the
He never
last
left
like
the 80s.
25 years in like a cave and then
Yeah.
just appeared for the show. Like
Straight out of the 80s.
someone put him in a time capsule, like
Yeah.
froze him in carbonite, and then like he just like came out of like from the 80s back up, and like everything is still the 80s to him.
Yeah.
It's like that's ridiculous. Like how do you even do that? But it's so hilarious. I love his
Yeah.
like little one liners. I love his like references and how he compares things, and just like like when they did the episode with like the where Miguel's trying to explain to him, like I think it was like gender neutral or like
Mm.
these like pronouns and shit like that. Dude, had me fucking rolling. It was so funny. It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
He's amazing. They made his character so fun. Another part of his that I liked was when he was doing like the Ubering, DoorDash, whatever.
Yeah.
He was being that I do that. That was
Yeah.
like what I do. I was just dying. Like if I ever did any of that stuff, I would like immediately get like a 1 star, 0 star. And that's exactly what he got.
Yeah.
So it was
I'm
just so
surprised they didn't
funny.
just close his account that day. Like he was still doing it for a while. I was like, damn.
Oh man, delivering food drunk, driving people drunk, like oh
Eating
man.
some of their food while bringing it to them.
Yeah,
Like
oh man, crazy. Johnny, it was amazing. And you know what? It was also really cool to see him kind of get like soften up too with Gabriel
yeah.
and his mom, and he kind of like Gabriel was like his window into this like the
You mean
Gen Z
Miguel?
world. Miguel, I don't know. They're both
The
Spanish
fuck is
sounding names.
Gabriel?
I'm making
I was like,
characters.
this game. I was like, that's not his son. And the other kid's name's Miguel. Is
Too much
Gabriel?
vitamin water.
Wait. Are you trying to tell us Gabriel is his unborn child that he's having with Miguel's mom? Is that what you're telling us? Do you have an exclusive? Do you have an in with the writers? Is
Yeah,
that what's happening
I
right
got
now?
the need to know right now. Gabriel.
Did you spill the beans by accident?
No, I got
God, I
Miguel
I
though.
really hope his name or it becomes a
The fucked
Gabriel.
up thing is it would end up being Gabriel. None of us are gonna remember
No,
that. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
know.
no,
And
yeah.
yeah, no one will know.
My
Oh
only
God.
gripe with the show was when Gabriel broke his back
Oh
and
yeah.
Miguel broke his back, and then he like I felt like he recovered so fast from like a
Speaking of that,
crazy spinal injury.
speaking of Miguel breaking his back, I do have that fight video because I thought that was a very interesting choreographed fight. It was huge. It was
I
through
mean,
the
it's a big
school.
moment in the series.
Yeah. So I figured we can check that out, relive it, and kind of comment. Now, some of the karate kind of gets a little cheesy at times,
I mean, there's a lot of
but
green screen being used.
yeah, definitely. But for the most part, it's decent, and
Yeah.
I know they probably don't have the biggest budgets to have like a crazy choreographed fights or, But like I gotta shout out, the kids are doing pretty good. Um, and sometimes I really dislike Daniel Larusso. He got really annoying at some points. Um, but for the story, it made sense because it was about Johnny and stuff. Like Daniel is the one that succeeded and has the money
Well,
and all this
I would
stuff.
I
And
would say season 1 maybe was about Johnny, and then it's not.
yeah, then it's about the
Yeah.
kids, and then
Well,
yeah,
yeah. Honestly,
Once
yeah, it's
once
about
Miyagi
everybody.
Do comes back, it kind of like shifted gears towards
Yeah, exactly. Like at
more
first
towards
it was
Daniel.
Johnny Lawrence story, and then it opens up after.
yeah,
But it's really about both of them, honestly.
It really
Because
is.
you
At the end of
have
the day.
the other dude, Johnny's son. I forgot his name. Is Gabriel. And then you have Larusso and his kids, and even the daughter. And then the other son, who's just like a nerd and doesn't do karate. And like, you kind of have both sides. They gave a lot of time to both sides. I feel like.
Robbie is his son.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right, Robbie.
All right, let's check this.
Wow, that's where they ended this.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought they were
They didn't
gonna
even get to the
to
spinal.
the
Like the
good
big
part.
the big spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. All right, let me look for it.
That was wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but while you're looking for that, one of the things I wanted to say is we were talking about the characters and everything. Honest to God, there's one character in this whole show that makes sense. Literally one character, and that's Larusso's wife.
Oh yeah,
she,
she's
she's like, okay, why do we have to do karate for everything? Can we just please call the police? It's like there's this part where they like broke into their home and like attacked their children. It was like, we need to get the police involved. It's like, no, I got this. I'm like, no, you don't, Daniel. You don't. We need to get the law involved.
It got to the point eventually where she just like went to her sister. She's like, "You
Yeah.
fuck
And then
this."
she starts fighting. I was like, she's the last. She's the
yeah, right.
only normal person. We can't let her fight.
Oh, that was
Amazing.
funny.
But I just love this world where, in their pocket of the world, for some reason, karate is the most important. It's like the only truth in life.
Yeah.
Like karate is above everything.
It
The world
solves that
stops for karate.
the answer to life.
But yeah, man, that was the crazy school fight scene.
Well, the thing is, that's obviously insane within
Yeah.
itself. We talked about that scene, but then once they reintroduce one of the most insane '80s villains ever,
Oh
Terry
yes.
Silver.
Yes, yes. God.
Because I don't know how well you guys remember Karate Kid 3,
Yeah.
but he was legit a cartoon character
No,
just
yeah,
come
when
to
I
life.
was watching that I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. It's like I'm in this jacuzzi and I'm gonna drink the champagne and talk about how I'm gonna destroy the world with putting what's it called, chemicals and crap. I'm gonna put nuclear waste into
Yeah.
the ocean and who cares? I can do whatever I want. Like, this
Smoking a
is a movie.
cigar.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a movie about a kid who's learning to defend himself.
And then you have this like ultra wealthy like guy trying to just take him down.
Oh my god! Just through
But
the powers of karate.
I also love how they built upon the relationship between Terry Silver and then
Crease.
Johnny
Oh, Lauren.
no, not Johnny Lawrence. Wasn't his name also Johnny?
John.
John
Kreese?
Crease. John Crease. Yeah. That guy. How they built a relationship, did the flashback showed what
Vietnam
actually
stuff.
happened in Vietnam and
And then there was that little mini twist there, where
yeah.
you thought like, oh, it's like, oh, that guy is Silver.
Yeah.
It's but no, it's So I remember I've been watching Cobra Kai
Mhm.
since it started, right?
Yeah.
And so when the season's done, I that's like one of the few shows that I keep up
Mhm.
with. And that was the one where it's like when they ended, you would know better than I would now, Eslam. I think it was season 3, and then they introduced Terry Silver in season 4.
Yeah.
Where it's like at the end of season 3, where it's just like he's on the phone and he's talking to somebody or something.
Mhm.
It's like,
He
oh
says
shit,
the same line that he said in that
yes,
movie where
and
he's
it's
like
one,
yeah.
yeah. And I remember watching that, and then my dad, he watches a Cobra Kai too, and so does my little sister. So we're watching that, and then it's funny because my sister, she went back, similar to the whole Star Wars thing. This one she wasn't doing with me though, where it's like she would watch Cobra Kai, then go back and then watch some of the Karate Kid movies, and she was watching that with my dad. And then at the end of season 3, like I saw it, I remember telling my dad, he's like, I think Terry Silver's gonna be in it. He's like, no. I was like, what? Finish season 3, and he's like, oh my god, it's gonna be Terry Silver. And then for like a year, my sister's like, who the fuck is Terry Silver? And I was like, oh, trust me, it's gonna be crazy. And then when they introduced him, I still remember the trailer where it's like you just see him from the back, and then you just see the silver. Like he now has silver hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be insane.
He could still move too. I was
Yeah.
shocked. All
He's
of
the
them
best
could really
fighter in
still
the
move.
series by
He's
far.
like so tall and long. I was
Yeah.
like, dang, I really wouldn't
Yeah.
want to fight that guy.
Well,
Like,
he was a legit. He's a legit fighter. Like that's the thing. Like
yeah,
you could see as far back as Karate Kid 3. Like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
he's a legit fighter. But
legitimate. Also like Chosen, how they brought Chosen back, and he like kind of
Chosen was
like
good.
took the mantle, and how he also kind of like had change of heart. He
yeah,
matured and like, uh, was helping the Larusso brother, Larusso, and I don't know why I said brothers. um,
um
but yeah, I like how he came
oh,
back and he was like totally badass, and I was like shook at the end when they when he fought Silver. I was like, oh
yeah.
no.
yeah. I didn't. Well, I guess I don't know if we're doing spoilers, but I didn't think that was gonna be the result that they led us to believe. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think that was. I was like, this isn't that type of show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
You know?
wasn't gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, if you're watching this and you're like us and you haven't watched the show yet, then I mean, Watch the rest of this episode, then go watch the show, and you'll know what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
we're in spoilers with this. The season 5 has been out for a while, so.
Yeah.
But the one of the it's just like the relationships of like some of the characters have been weird. Like Chosen, like Daniel left Kimiko in Japan, and then like why wouldn't you just get with Kimiko now? Like it's weird. And then he like they wait until like they're fucking so old, and then Kimiko never like moved on. And but like his trip to Japan was like nice, where he because he was trying to save the dealership.
Yeah.
But yeah, like certain little things like that were kind of just like weird, but
I mean, it
uh,
made sense for Kimiko because her thing was she just wanted to be a dance.
yeah,
She did pursue that. She was just
yeah,
like, you know what, fuck Okinawa and all this bullshit. I'm out. I'm gonna go do this whole dance thing. She did. And Chosen, he saw like the error of his ways, and he was like, bro, like my village was like fucked up, and like I was a bitch at the end. Like
yeah.
I need to do better. I need to represent Miyagi-Do correctly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was cool. Like actually, with them not being together, it kind of made sense to me. Um,
Oh, okay.
but yeah,
She's tired of that karate stuff anyway too. So it's just like,
I don't need more, but like I want to pursue my own dreams. I'm out, and then Chosen
Yeah.
did his own thing. But with that being said, Chosen coming back in the latest season, that was weird to me. Where it's like I get it, where Larusso is just like, hey, because of the stipulations, whatever, I had to disband Miyagi Do, but he's just like, let me just bring in the enforcer from Okinawa.
Yeah.
Like
Teach him
that was
some new
weird.
moves,
And
some
then how
pressure
they
point
brought in
moves.
yeah, and then they brought in Barnes. I was so happy
Yeah.
to see he was in it too because he was
Yeah.
another one who was a very good fighter. And then every time I think about Karate Kid 3, it's like Terry Silver was willing to give him half the rights to Cobra Kai's franchise to
Yeah.
fight this child in a
It's
tournament,
wild, dude.
and he was just trying to sell bonsai trees.
Just so much money to throw around. It was crazy.
it
It
was
makes
pretty
no
crazy. It
fucking
got pretty
sense. Like
crazy
when
in
you
there.
really think about Karate Kid 3, it makes no sense. He's on the side of a mountain trying to get this one bonsai tree.
Yeah. Oh
Oh man.
boy. There's ridiculous stuff in this franchise, but it's like in a good way ridiculous. It's really fun. And speaking of that, I wanted to show like you had mentioned this to me, Dan, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then once I saw it, I understood. But I'm just gonna play it. This is one of the most ridiculous things in the show, but it's so funny. Um,
Quiet! 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 Quiet!
I like how Miguel jumped. It's like,
I think what I meant to say is quiet!
yeah, that's like, that shit it's so funny. Like throughout the whole show, I don't know, man.
it,
It was perfect. It was perfect every single time.
it
It was
never got
so
old
good.
either.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I never noticed that.
you're the one who told me
Wow.
about it.
No, it wasn't. Definitely wasn't me.
It's probably me then.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, but like I don't know. Somebody was like, watch like Johnny Lawrence, like quiet and like I don't know. It was
I
hilarious.
legit have never like I knew you said it. It's not one of those things I think about. Like
Okay, but that shit was so funny. Oh man. All right. What are your predictions for season 6?
how did season 5 end again? You're the
So
it's
so
mostly fresh in your mind.
pretty much they exposed Terry Silver. All the students found out that he cheated in the tournament, and they were all trying to get into the Sekai Taikai. And both dojos got in, Cobra Kai and the combined dojo of Golden Eagle, Eagle Fang and uh, Miyagi Do. So they all got in, and then were Tori helped expose Terry Silver, and then there was the big fight at the end between Terry Silver and Larusso, and then Larusso wins. And then Terry's kind of just there laying down, and then like all his students kind of just like took off their shit, threw it at him, and then like left.
And John Kreese escaped from prison.
And John Kreese escaped from prison. That's correct. Yes, the most
Wonderful.
important thing that happened, which was he was about to be let go because they, he changed his statement and stuff like that. But he was like, "Not fucking him out." So John Kreese is out of prison now, running from the law because he escaped prison. Terry Silver, who knows if he's still gonna have any students, and now we don't know. Now we gotta prepare for the tournament of the Sekai Taikai, um, which is apparently this super big martial arts tournament. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna be done, and who we're gonna be facing, and like the different students from Japan, I guess that they're gonna be facing, and around the world. Gonna see how they're gonna do that. Now, I wonder if they're gonna keep Eagle Fang, and that, or is Johnny gonna take control back of Cobra Kai, or Kreese is gonna come back and take control of Cobra Kai. I don't know how he's gonna do that, being on the run from the law. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So, uh, what are your thoughts on season 6?
Um, I mean, I mean, literally anything can happen. It, for some reason, I just keep thinking of Mortal Kombat. Like they're going to a tournament. It's like they're gonna go on a boat
I'm
and then
thinking
Fang's
Dragon
gonna
Ball
listen to
Z.
their souls.
Like that's what I'm
Dragon Ball Z.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm their big thing is bringing back stuff from older
Yeah.
seasons. They've pretty much referenced everything with the exception of like Manny Fernandez from like the first movie,
Hmm.
who was like the first kid who like befriended Larusso, and then you kind of forget he's in the show
Okay.
or he's in the movie. So it's like that's the only thing. It's like bring him up. He's like, hey, what's up? I used to be friends with Larusso. I'm gonna hold this boombox from the '80s, and then that, and then of course Hilary Swank,
Yeah.
where it's like I could see her being having a team or
Yeah.
something like maybe there's a team that's out there that she's the the sensei of. It could even be like a military based team since she was like in a boot camp type
Mm.
thing, and she's bringing that there, and then like they have to go up against her, and I don't know, man. It's one of those things where, as always, I want to see the show end. I want it to
Mm.
stop, end on a high note. You know what I'm saying? Just
I feel you.
kind of like we're going long, and it's kind of just like this last season. I enjoyed it very much and everything, but it's only so much that they're
Some
gonna be
stuff
able to
did
do
get
with this.
redundant, and I
Yeah.
found myself like in the beginning, I was like binging it, and I couldn't stop. And then I think this is just a side effect of binging,
Mm.
and 5 seasons in a row of the
Yeah,
same
you did it
show.
all like in one shot too.
Yeah. So I think that was one of the side effects. But now that I'm waiting for like season 6, and when it comes out, watch it and stuff. I have had a long break. Who knows when season 6 is gonna come out? But
Yeah.
for me, I don't think we're gonna see the Seikai Taikai in season 6. I think we're gonna get to the Seikai Taikai at the end of season 6, and then season 7 is gonna be about it, and maybe that's where it ends. Bringing in Hilary Swank and doing stuff with that, tying up the John Kreese storyline, whether he passes or he finally goes to jail for like good. Um, Tying up the storyline with Silver because he's not out of this, right? He's still around. He has a bunch of lawyers and money and whatever. So we don't know how that's gonna get tied. And then like this whole fucking crew that he brought from Japan or Korea,
Oh, from all over, really.
yeah, that trained under this master. I forgot his name.
Which was that's another thing I
They had
which
a
that was a
UFC
throwaway
fighter.
name.
What's his name? The guy that got knocked out by Jake Paul. You remember?
No,
Ah,
I have no
he
idea.
he was one of
Asking the
those
wrong
like
crowd.
dang. Well, he was one of those like special like mercenary fighters that they brought in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the Korean master that Silver had, I love how they brought him because that was a throwaway line in Karate Kid 3. Just a
Yeah.
random like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I trained under so and so." And they just progressed with the movie. And now this whole last season, "Oh yeah, so and so was a real person and he was a big
Hmm.
influence for all these other people and blah blah blah." And it's like he ended up being like this whole big
Yeah.
thing. I was like, I thought that was really cool. But I'm be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of wrote off Silver at this point. Or it's like, hey, we're gonna write him off. Next thing is this tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because I want to see it end. And I honestly, when it comes to the whole Hillary Swank thing, she's the type of character or actor or actress, whatever, where I could literally see her like pop up at the end. Where it's like
Mm.
you're not even doing the thing. It's just like, oh, we're going up against this team and they're badass, and then at the very end, it's like, okay, oh, their sensei, their sensei shows up. Here it is. Oh shit, it's Hillary Swank's character, and it's a hawk.
Yeah.
And so it's like I can see her pop up at the end. I really do hope they only do the one next season, but you're right. They might be doing two more. I don't know, but I
Yeah,
kind of
me
just
either. That's
I
just my
wanted to see it.
speculation. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see it
I
end.
agree. I want one more season and then like cap it off. Like I think it's gone long enough.
Yeah.
They've tackled like pretty much almost all the movies, and
Hmm.
and I don't want them to bring Jaden Smith in. So
Well,
just
they said it that has nothing to do with it. That's a good
Yeah,
anything that
that's
oh,
it
okay,
doesn't
good,
have to do with Miyagi is not part of their universe. It's not part of the
good,
Miyagi verse.
yeah.
good. So yeah, I could go for a little Hillary Swank action and then cut it off. But I think y'all covered most of it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add. I could definitely see it going either way, like closing off Crease's time, story arc, or Silver's. Definitely, I definitely see Silver probably not being here if there is a season after the next. um, but yeah, you guys covered it. Awesome.
All right. Well, if you like what you hear, don't forget to follow us on social media. Don't forget to also like, subscribe, and comment below on the channel. Let us know what you guys thought of Cobra Kai seasons 1 through 5. I know we're late, but fuck it. Why not? It's a great show. It's going to be coming back, and we just wanted to talk about it. So let us know what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel. It is free for you to do and immensely helpful for us to grow our content. Go check out the Los Wise Guys website, loswiseguys.com, where we will have new content going up frequently. Now, you guys don't have any news for today, so I'm just gonna jump into my news real quickly, and we can end this bad boy. Um,
Okay,
starting
that's a headline.
starting off this news. San Francisco police can now kill people with robots. The rule proposal passed with 8-3 and a vote, and civil rights groups worry Rubicon has been crossed. I'm not sure what Rubicon means. Let me look that up real quick. But
I'm pretty sure Aaron Gordon's the name of an NBA basketball player.
Rubicon. All right, whatever. Maybe I don't know. But so do you guys remember those robot dogs that Boston Dynamic had made?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ones that are gonna enslave us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the robot people that are gonna be
Oh, they got a bunch of different robots.
yeah.
Yeah,
So the
I've seen them all.
robot dogs, and then I think what they're doing is that they're like adding stuff on top of it that has like a gun and a camera and whatever that can possibly. Now, what I can see them using this robot for is a situation like Uvalde, where the police are afraid to go in for their own lives, so they can send this robot in and, have the gun, uh, targeting system, shoot the, what is it called? Um, the, whatever. What's the,
Attacker.
there's a specific like
Suspect.
word
The
for it. Whatever. The suspect. We'll just say that. Um, and shoot the person. Now, what I don't like about this
the
is that
active
this is
shooter.
no, there it's like a one word thing. Whatever. Don't worry about it. I'm just being dumb. What I don't like about this is that this is making the police even more militarized than it already is. Um, like this country has a very militarized police. Like the amount of weapons and like they fucking have like these warlike Humvees that like just be coming in with the SWAT and all this crazy shit. And now they have this, and I don't even know if this has been applied to a military uh, aspect yet, which is also scary. But um, I don't know. I don't like this. And for San Francisco to be the first to do this is kind of wild to
That's
me.
very surprising.
That's surprising.
I would like if it was
It's an
Texas or
hour away
something.
from me. That's so wild.
Yeah.
I just feel like also what if like the Chinese or like some foreign country just hacks all of those and they just
Yeah.
go crazy? Like,
And China does have these robots already. I'm pretty sure they copied it off of Boston Dynamics. Like I'm not surprised. And like Russia and China are consistently hacking everything. So and I don't know if like the police have the best like firewall security or whatever, but if these things would need to be on a network for them to be controlled by someone to use kind of like drones. And if they're on a network that's connected to the internet, that means someone can hack it.
Mhm.
And if someone can hack it, which is a great point, Dan, this is very dangerous. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Um,
Because
imagine you're
I'm
going
sure
about your
the
day. The next thing you know, this crazy dog's just like
and
engage.
this
Black Mirror,
is yeah, I was yeah.
Black Mirror. That's literally an episode of
And
Black
that was
Mirror.
one of like my favorite episodes of Black Mirror because those dogs were fucking unstoppable and they were tiny, man. They recharge solar, they're automated and they just don't stop.
Yeah, they just keep going until they complete their objective.
It's
Um,
wild.
I'm sure like they were probably trying to think of this in the sense of like if you know how they have like the robots or whatever like that could defuse bombs essentially. That's probably
Yeah.
like a similar vein that they were thinking of, but the like disco like you were saying, I agree 100%. Where that's different, where that's they're going out there trying to defuse something that can harm someone. This is
Mhm.
putting stuff that can harm someone on
Yeah.
the robot itself,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's a completely different thing. So I'm sure that was probably an argument they had used. Where it's like, oh, this is why we should do it because we already have this, but yeah, it's very, very dangerous. It's one step closer to Skynet and Cyberdyne.
Dude, the thing that kills me is that I'm sure whoever is making these robots to profit is somehow involved in giving donations to these people that had to vote on this bill or vote on this proposal to pass it, and they're contributors to their like campaign and stuff to get reelected and whatnot. And then this is how they get this shit passed, which is absolutely horrendous. And that should definitely need to stop. Um, the lobbying and such. But, whew, this is some scary shit, man. All right, let's jump into some
Anybody named
DC.
John Connor, you better start running.
um, DC Warner Brothers Discovery is considering renaming its streaming service to just Max. So Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be combining HBO Max and its Discovery Plus, and they're throwing around some names, and this is the first thing they threw out, and it sucks. My God.
Max.
Uh,
What's it called? I'm getting a phone call. I got to dip for a second, guys.
okay.
Yeah. They didn't even try on that. Damn.
No, they
Max
did
was
not
like, wow.
whatsoever. But that, yeah, it's wild that this is the name they're coming with. Just Max. Okay, add something to it like Discovery Max or,
Streaming Max. Sir.
at least you
All right.
recognize the Max from HBO Max and then you put Discovery in there so it becomes Discovery Max. And then, you have something or WBD Max or I don't know, something like that where the
Disco
name,
Max.
but yeah, but just Max. It's like, all right, if that's the best you can do, you need to hire some new people to come up with your shit.
They're like, how about this? This is young, fresh, and hip.
Yeah,
Max.
Max. Or it's either that or they've been watching anime so much, like Max to the Max. This is some shit like anime would say.
They're gonna change it to Plus Ultra.
Yeah, Plus Ultra. That's literally like Discovery Plus. Like, just call it Plus Ultra. It'll be perfect. The Flash's release has been moved forward by a week, so it's still coming out in June of 2023. But I think it went from like June 26th to like June 16 or something like that. It moved up a week, which is kind of good news because that means they're moving forward with the project. No, they did not fire um,
Ezra.
Ezra Miller, and they're done with their reshoots, and they're good with it. Now I know this says it's by that by is incorrect. This is an IGN story. I forgot to change that by comic book, whatever it's called, the other page, but whatever. The next news from DC is Warner Brothers Television Studios is close to closing an animation deal with Amazon for new DC animated content. Thanks to the Culture Nerd. Now, this does not mean that they will be exclusively making animated shows with Amazon. It's just that Amazon is licensing to make more animated content so they can put it on their platform from DC. So you will still get DC animated content put up on HBO Max or Max once they finish the merger with both streaming services, but now you will get even more animated content via Amazon. Now, Amazon has done a great job with their animated content so far. Speaking of
Uh,
Invincible, which
is
was
Vox
great.
Machina Amazon?
Vox Machina is Amazon as well, which
Yeah.
has also been great. So I'm looking forward to see what uh, properties DC will let them license out to make movies of, which will be very interesting. And next up, it has been officially announced Blue Beetle will be coming in 2023, the movie only in theaters. Now, Blue Beetle was one of the properties that everybody thought was going to be on the chopping block once Warner Brothers Discovery merger happened and they started canceling projects left and right. But it seems like Blue Beetle made it through the cuts, and it looks good. There's been leaks online of showing what the suit looks like, and it's very comic book accurate and doesn't look cheesy. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's an interesting story and a good story, and we'll see. Black Adam uh, was not as successful in the box office as everybody thought. It hasn't even broken even yet with the from budget to box office revenue. So we'll see what happens. And with these new DC projects, they're gonna start learning, and yeah, hopefully they succeed, man. I want to see DC keep going, but we'll see what James Gunn and Peter Safran do. They're very close to giving us the next 10-year plan for the DC universe. But moving on from DC,
And it's cool to get more Latin like heroes on the block.
100%. Jaime Reyes is the Blue Beetle they will be portraying, not Ted something. So Ted, whatever, was Blue Beetle 1. Jaime Reyes took over when he found the beetle and it jumped on his back and fused with him. So that's the Blue Beetle we will be seeing. But moving on from um, DC news. Sifu, the popular game that came out this year, is being adapted into a live action movie by John Wick creator. So that should be very interesting. John Wick creator is great with action. So I think this is a perfect property for him to do. Now I wonder if the actor will be played by um Neo. I forgot his name. Goddamn.
Keanu Reeves.
Thank you. Doesn't in this picture doesn't it kind of look like Keanu Reeves? You know?
I kind of want to see the dude from Warrior do it. I don't know. I just love him as an
Warrior. Which
actor.
one?
The Bruce Lee, like at a
Oh, right. Oh, he would be perfect for that because
right.
this is
It
kind of
almost
Bruce
looks
Lee
just like
esque. Yeah,
him.
yeah. No, you're right. He would be.
He would
He would
kill
be.
that role.
Yeah, he
It
would be
would probably
great
be
for it.
similar to Warrior, but honestly, he kills that role.
And I'm still
I would
waiting
love
for
to
Warrior
see.
season 3. Like,
Yes,
yeah,
totally.
that's coming out on HBO, right? If I'm not mistaken,
I
they took the
believe
property.
so.
Yeah,
Did they? I'm not sure
yeah.
actually.
I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see. Season 3 is coming.
Coming out on Max.
Yeah, yeah, coming out max to the max. And last but not least, Wars Jedi Survivor gameplay will debut at the Game Awards with a release date being revealed for March 2023. Super excited. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was a phenomenal game, and this is the anticipated sequel for that game, and I cannot wait to see it, man. As of recording, we're recording on Tuesday, so in 2 days' time, on the 8th, we will have seen the gameplay reveal for this game at the Game Awards, and we will know what the game of the year is going to be. My prediction for game of the year, I think I'm gonna go with God of War. I've been playing it so far. It's been phenomenal. A lot of fun. Loving the story. It's so good. Gameplay is pretty similar to the first game, but I think the story was what's the more important part of this game. Same thing with Last of Us. I think the gameplay between Last of Us and Last of Us Part Two wasn't all that different. There were some updates and there were some different things, but for the most part, it was similar. And now, for between God of War and God of War Ragnarok, I think the gameplay is pretty similar. Minor updates here and there, but the story's what's been drawing me in. Then you just came back. I was speaking about Star Wars Jedi Survivor and how will the gameplay trailer will be revealed at the Game Awards, and then I was giving my prediction for Game of the Year.
Do you
Do you want to give yours?
do you know what console this is coming out for?
Everything
This
probably not the Switch.
yeah,
No, yeah, I know that for sure.
this is
No, but
EA,
yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be everything.
Yeah,
I see.
I played the first game for Xbox. I think I played it on Xbox.
Yeah, I played it on PS4.
Yeah.
It's well, first off, you said game of the year prediction.
Hmm.
Stray.
It's really. I said last time we talked about this. It's a toss up, obviously, between Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Um, if I have to pick one, I guess I go Ragnarok.
yeah. That's what I went
Um,
with also.
yeah, it's one. It's a little kind of like recency bias. I feel like that's going to go a long way for it since
Hmm.
Elden Ring came out earlier in the year. But Elden Ring kind of shook the world. It's just
Yeah,
Ragnarok is it's a bigger IP.
yeah.
Um, and I don't know if you talked about it in the news because I was gone for a bit. But Elden Ring did just release some DLC.
Oh,
It's
nice.
funny that they literally waited till just now to do it. Just
Which is
enough time
smart.
for people could be done with Ragnarok and right before the Game Awards. So it's
Mhm.
in terms of Game Awards stuff, that was a smart play on their
Well,
end.
that's
Trying to
a
keep it relevant.
like you said
Exactly.
with Ragnarok, they have the recency bias, but if they release the DLC right before, in between, and
Yep.
people could play it, fall in love with the game again, and
Yep. It's smart.
maybe that'll help them. Yeah, it's genius move. Good for them.
So either way, I mean, I know a lot of people enjoyed both games. So it going to either one of them is fine. The only thing is, you know, of course, what truly is probably going to be Game of the Year is going to be robbed, because it's coming out after the Game Awards, and that being Sports Story, which is already Game of the Year and it hasn't even released yet.
Okay.
So
I think you're the only one that might have that opinion,
it's clear
but
as day that there's nothing that can outdo Sports Story.
okay.
It's gonna be unstoppable.
All right. Any final thoughts?
I'll jump in. I didn't get to really say much on the Jedi Survivor there. I am
Oh yeah.
looking forward to it. I I had some mixed issues with it last time the first one came out because that was probably I think that was the LWG game of the year that year.
Oh right.
The only problem is it wasn't that strong of a year for us in particular.
Mm,
That and first drop there was a lot of bugs,
mm.
a lot of glitches. I remember that was something that kind of was a little bit of an issue, but this time hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully they wow us with the with whatever they're going to show us at the Game Awards, and hopefully it's a great game.
Yeah, I'm hoping too, man. That first game was a lot of fun for me, and I played it way after, so all the bugs were fixed by them, most
Yeah,
likely. So I really got to enjoy the hell out of that game. So this is one of the games that I'm most looking forward to for next year,
yeah,
which is going to be it's released in March. So that's what has been announced so far.
yeah.
Um, Disco.
uh, I I'm just looking forward to more shows. I feel like I watched everything,
Yeah,
and I'm
you
just
need
like
more stuff.
I need more stuff. I need new shows to come back. I mean, new shows to drop and old shows to come back. You know, I just need more content in my life. If anybody has recommendations, next week I'm going to start giving my recommendations. I'll give a little review on something that I've seen
Hmm.
recently. So I'm
You know
excited
what's
for that.
really good? You should watch the Rocky movies. They're really good. I think that'd be a
Enough to
great
write that
idea.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's true. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of Los Wise Guys podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It'll help us out immensely. Comment below. Let us know what you think will be the game of the year. Actually, by the time this comes out, that will have been announced already. So,
They can still tell us in the comments.
yeah, tell us who you thought was going to be, or if you agree with the game of the year choice that's been picked. Go check out our social medias, and then after that, go check out the Los Wise Guys website, loswiseguys.com, the best website on earth. And thank you for listening. Have a great week.